What up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, as well as you ladies. I'm here at the campus of JMU, where JMU Dukes, right over there in a few more hours, Old Dominion, going for their 8th victory of the season, moving up to the FBS, doing something that no team has ever done before, which is come into the FBS and go 7-0, hopefully going 8-0 tonight. Unfortunately, because of the rules of SBS, they figured you moving from a smaller conference to the big boys, you're not going to be a threat to be a bowl team. Well, if they were bowl eligible, they would be in a bowl. They were ranked 25th in the nation. So shout out to the JMU Dukes. I am so proud to see what has happened to football since we were here. All the shit going on here with college football, it's amazing to see how great JMU football has become. And God, enjoy. You college students, enjoy. But tomorrow at 1 o'clock, the Dallas Cowboys will get back on the field. The guys that'll be here playing tomorrow are hoping to get to that level. Unfortunately, the Dallas Cowboys have been swinging and missing, or swinging and decided they don't want to take the pitch because they're afraid. Hate to say this, but Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they're little punk-ass you-know-whats when it comes to actually making a move and taking a chance. They're not going to pull the trigger on anything to try and prove the team. They are in delusional territory where they believe we got enough. And they've been believing in that thing for forever. They've been believing that thing since the 90s, that we have enough to win the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, what happens is everybody points to the quarterback and says he's not good enough. When you see teams like the Eagles actually going out there and trying to do everything they can to make their team the best football team they can be. Any spot that's a weakness, they're trying to fix. Well, let's be clear here. The Cowboys, we have a weakness at linebacker because of the injuries with Leighton Vander Esch and so on. We got a weakness at quarterback because of the injury to Tavon Diggs that we really can't address. We got a weakness in the offensive line because they believed in Tyron Smith and a lot of the other guys that we have, and not going ahead and getting extra people. They believe that those guys are enough to win the Super Bowl. Whether or not they are, I don't know. But for me, I never like to look at things and say, I got just enough that I think can do the job. I'd rather get more to have it done on the job. So we're hearing that they were swinging for the fence and trying to make a trade for Derrick Henry, which wouldn't exactly be a major splash as opposed to, say, Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain, I agree. They want too much for him. Sean Payton is literally saying, this is the best, smartest player I've got on the roster. If you want to pay for him, you want to get him, it's going to cost you a king's ransom. And I agree. Don't go for a king's ransom for that cornerback. But with Derrick Henry, low-level draft pick, we're talking about they want him to take part of the contract. I look at Derrick Henry as a guy who you look as a rental for the year. He's got voidable years the next couple of years. Half of his contract's already been spent by the Titans, and so on. Cowboys aren't going to make that move. Here's my biggest worry. My biggest worry is running back. The Jones made a calculation that we could get rid of Zeke Elliott and that Tony Pollard could be the lead back. Unfortunately, Tony Pollard, to quote Game Time Brian, quote Game Time Brian, he's really a Robin. He's not a Batman. And unfortunately, without Batman, Robin ain't succeeding because he don't know shit. The problem is Tony Pollard is not a 20, 25 touch-it guy on the field. We've seen him break down when Zeke Elliott was the lead dog. And the fact that Mike McCarthy is continuing to try to run him up the middle of the field is literally malpractice. Tony Pollard is not that guy. And the problem I have is I worry and say, at this rate, and we understand they're not going to re-sign him, the franchise tagging him, we're going to run him till the wheels fall off. The problem is if the wheels fall off before the playoffs, we're done. We're done. And that's why a guy like Derrick Henry would actually make sense. Now, I'm not going to say that the deal is dead. It's dead at its current iteration. But the Cowboys, when the trade deadline happens on Tuesday. Deadlines make deals get done. And I don't think that we can go through the season looking at Tony Pollard as a guy you're going to run back-to-back up the middle. That's going to be your plan, and you're not going to get anybody else. You need to start using Tyler Sorry, been here at JMU, having a good time, having a few to do. You know, Hunter Lemke. You need to use him because in college he was that bruising, hard yard guy. Get him up the field, making those hard yards. Save Tony Pollard for the outside because you running Tony Pollard on the outside is killing him. Last year, fourth quarter, he's averaging 6.3 yards a carry. This year, 3.1. That ain't getting it done for us, guys. That ain't getting it done. We need help on that running back situation because the offensive line has been in flux. So that's my biggest fear right there. I was hoping that maybe the Cowboys would make a move to let us know that they actually care about what the fans think and that they care about the team getting better. But apparently, they're okay with being the richest franchise in the world. They're okay with mediocrity as long as people are talking about them. They're okay with giving us a whole bunch of bullshit to tell us that we know what we're doing, trust the process. We got this. You know, we them boys. Well, you know what? I have been fooled many times. Haven't you been fooled?
Yeah.
We've been fooled. We've been fooled over and over again. At some point, you start to say, screw you, Jerry. Actually, I think we're already at the point of saying, screw you, Jerry. But I don't know that it'll ever change. I don't know that it'll ever change. But in the meantime, I'm having a great time here at JMU, reliving a lot of my past. And grateful for the experiences that I had here. And also remembering my biggest regret. Yeah. We'll be live streaming for the Red Brick House tomorrow. We'll have the big sub. It's going to be a French dip. French dip sub. And hopefully I won't be laid out on the quad waiting for paramedics to come get me. Yeah. Peace. Wow. So, Step Show. It's definitely changed since back in our day. They had cartoon themes, so that was interesting. The thing that I realized is I am really old. Looking at these kids, it was 39 years ago. 39 years ago that I came here. Wow. Campus is still beautiful. It's grown a lot. And yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah. There's security here. There's a security down here. You want us to get some?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So somebody's kind of falling out. Up in there. Okay, well, I hear an ambulance coming. Hopefully he's okay. I hate to say this, okay, so as I'm walking through here at JMU, I remember a night because JM's used to be right over there. One of these lights like this, I went up and I swung around it and the whole thing fell over. I just kept walking, just kept walking. I see nothing. So, 39 years later, I'm confessing. But yeah, that was back in the day. Definitely back in the day.